Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing great. I am doing okay. I know I didn't put up a pre live thing. I kind of have, I forgot. We'll fix that next week, though. So I'm going to just hang out here for a few seconds before we actually get into anything that we want to do. I do want to work on some Christmas related things. So, good morning, Chocolate City Sim. How are you doing today? Hopefully, well. My lighting is off, of course. Of course, it's always something, right? You kind of just push through forward and be like, it's okay. That's what we're doing today. Hopefully, yeah, it's always something. Even when you think it's not going to be nothing, it's something. You're like, what in the world? What you mean we ain't got no gas? I told you to fill up last night. Yeah, but I forgot. I had saw this meme. Good morning, very crafty. How you doing today? I had saw this meme a while back that says, one of the worst things an adult can do is say, I'll get gas in the morning or something like that. It was so funny. I was like, yeah, because usually you wake up late, you're running late, and you go get in the car and you're like, I didn't get the dang gas. And you're like, I should have got the gas, but I didn't get the gas. So, what are we doing today? We are giving glare. We're going to work on these deer. I'm going to do some, I want to make some rosettes as well. I have a video that I need to listen to and then release, but we're gonna do some Christmas things. I think we're gonna stamp this out. I don't know about fussy cutting it just yet because I don't want to do that. But we're gonna use these deer. We're gonna cut these out a few times, and I want to make a scene card. A scene card in my head is a card where you build the scene up to do some things. Now this says three pieces, so this could be really cute. And I'm not good at embossing, right? So that won't work. But this thing right here, this little deer die, I mean, I can die cut all day long. All day long. I wish this wouldn't have came off. But it's okay. I just need to see if it's gonna fit into the smaller one. I hope everyone had a great weekend. My weekend was a weekend. Last month was an interesting month, right? This month cannot follow suit because I'm gonna have to take it back and get a refund to like June or July. Maybe summer months are just supposed to be great, and then non-summer months are horrible. I don't know. I do hope everyone's doing well. I am okay. We're gonna go ahead and just work towards it. And then I got this die from I meant to write them from Reno and Company that I no refunds, no takebacks. Dang. Uh, I want to contact them because I'm a bit salty, and you can definitely sense my salt in the video, and I don't apologize for it. Normally, I'd be like, I'm sorry, but I feel a certain kind of way if I'm paying for something, and I feel like I don't get the same as other people, and so I think I'm salty about that. So we're just gonna take this because who has time for scissors to make a nice, neat fold? I sure don't. Um, Yeah. I really don't know if I can take that no refunds because, ma'am, you know how people say, oh, the girls are girl and the food is given, all those little nuance words that we say now. I just feel like I'm not here for it. I'm not here for the energy, the energy that this month is giving me right now. I'm not here for it at all. I do want to say I have not been. Oh no, no, no. Oh, well, it's going to be a great stream. I knocked over a whole container of beads. It's gonna be great. We're gonna do some die cutting real quick. This is why I was like, just get the colors and color because it was I felt and in my spurt that was gonna be one of those days. So yesterday, Barry Crafty sent me this really awesome message about how you know it's gonna be great. And sometimes people can hit you with some messages and it's like, oh yeah, very motivating, very this, very that. And it was definitely a very motivational message. At first the message came across like the lady wanted to fight me, but she was just strong with her words. And I was like, this is cool. Because I was also thinking she needed this just as much as I needed it, very crafted it is. And I was like, what is this nonsense? Because usually she wake up with foolishness in her head and she'll send it to me. It'd be something real crazy. But yesterday was very amazing, very inspirational message. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go on and take on the world. The world took me on. I didn't lose, but I didn't win. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely not one of those type of I kick your butt. It was kind of like, is it over yet? It was a rough day, needless to say. And September has 20 days in it so far. And I want to say that of those 20 days, I've probably lost about 10 of those days. And maybe one five, another five is kind of like, let's just call it a draw, right? So yeah, the message she sent was, very inspiring, very it gave me life, right? As the young folks say. It was giving. It was doing all the things that it needed to do. But at first I thought the lady was like, yo, I'm at your house. The message, the way she came across was like, I'm getting ready to come to your house and kick your butt. And I think sometimes you got to be radical in your thinking. And I feel like that was a very radical message the way it was presented. Ma'am, I was feeling I'm September. I'm salty. And my aunt's birthday is coming up soon. Just a lot of weird crap. She's born in 61, so y'all can do the math and see how she would be. So we probably gonna turn up that day. Just so y'all know, if y'all text me and I write you something ignorant back, just be like, oh, she turning up. She didn't she didn't got her some drink. And it won't be it'll be a Slurpee. It won't be a alcoholic beverage. So if I get ignorant off of Coke and Coke, you'll know why. No, but maybe we have ice cream or something, some barbecue or something. Got to go out and eat it because in this household we don't we don't queue. We just eat it. Yeah, but September's definitely been one of those. This last 2 months have been like, huh? And I think because my baby's in school, and that's causing me to have some issues as well. Like the school ain't doing what the school need to be doing. So in my head, right in my head, now follow the crazy. Okay, just go with me. In my head, we'll have this dang tree. Oh no, it's a photopolymer. We might not do this. Definitely photopolymer. I sniffed it just to make sure. I don't want to fight with it on camera today, but we're gonna try it out and see because sometimes you can't nope out a situation. What does this mean about this photopolymer? So, from my knowledge, is three types of stamps: is red rubber or rubber stamps. Then they have acrylic, which are like the plasticky ones, and then the photopolymer. So, in the stamping industry, photopolymer is supposed to be the second best stamp material besides red rubber. Red rubber, hands down, is the best. And most people will agree to that. And red rubber looks like this, right? The thing about red rubber is it's not see through, it's not invisible, it's nothing but that red rubber, but it just holds and it is so great to work with, but it's more expensive. So people went to clear stamps. The thing is, the clear stamps, the plastic stamps that they were making. Let me see if I can find a clear plastic stamp. I know I have them because I like those better. They went to these, and these are supposed to be a lot easier to stamp with and on and all that good stuff. And I struggle every time I use them. I struggle. So I try to stay away from red rubber stamps. So this is an acrylic stamp. Let me see. This is a cheaper brand. Yeah, this is definitely acrylic. So you see how it's more pliable, malleable. You can bend it a little bit easier. It's not putting up as much of a fight. Whereas this one sticks to everything. And that's how I usually can tell that it's a photopolymer. Like it's real tacky, sticky. And for me, I just don't like them. I struggle with them. A lot of people, hi, Debbie, how are you today? Hopefully, well. A lot of people love photopolymer. I don't. In general, just because it causes me such a hard time. You have to prime it. You have to do a lot of stuff. Whereas in most time with a rubber stamp, red rubber stamp, you don't have to do that. You can ink it a couple of times and go on about your business. This one, they want you to do a little bit more work. And I personally think that that's crazy. Like, if I wanted to do a lot of work with stamping, I would make my own stamps. So, and she's not here. I'm not here for that, right? I'm not here for that. That's a whole different vibe that I don't want to go for. Hi, Heather. How are you doing? Hopefully, well. Debbie, how's it going? I didn't get a chance to comment on that project I saw you doing. It was yesterday. I think the title was Subscriber Requested or something like that. I was like, oh, let's see what this is. Have you? So I'm not going to tell y'all too much of today is a different day, right? Even though September is like let's fight. Today's a different day, and I just want to say, have you ever been in a quiet place on your cell phone playing a tap game, and then that stupid ad shows up, and then it's you have your phone on mute, but the ad's like, nope. I want everybody to know that you're playing a video game. So this is what we're gonna do. That happened to me yesterday when I was um, at supposed to be a quiet place. The thing was like, no, we're gonna be loud. Oh, you're having a big giveaway? Okay, I'll go and check it out. I try not to sound like I have everything in the world, but I try to support people just because, I like you. I don't, personally speaking, this has happened to me in the past. I did giveaways and people just showed up for the giveaway. So now I don't announce them anymore. I just if I and I'm such a bad person at mailing crap out on time, so I don't even announce the giveaway anymore. But I will definitely come over and check it out and see what it is all about because I would love to support you. I just find that since we've been crafting and sharing and all this other stuff in the atmosphere, people sometimes try to take advantage of the crafting community. So this is a slimmer paper. So yesterday I talked about going to Hobby Lobby. Did not make it to Hobby Lobby, but I'm going to Hobby Lobby today, right after stream. Right next to Hobby Lobby, around the corner down the street, up the alley, is a place that sells turkey burgers. Not boogers, burgers. And I want a turkey burger. So we'll go there. I was thinking that we could do some jewelry today, but I was like, nah, because I want to make another stretch bracelet. Once I start making these stretch bracelets, I'm always like, oh, bracelet, 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 bracelet. This deer die, this deer die, let me go ahead and put on my announcer voice. Yes, everyone, this deer die comes from Crafter's Companion. It is actually a stamps by Chloe, this lovely lady right here. And in this set, you get three pieces. You get one die, you get two stamps, one solid and one snowflake. I knew what you meant, dear. So Have I used this before? No. I don't even know where I got it from. It says Tuesday morning. Maybe I got it in the D stash. Maybe I got it from Tuesday morning. I mean, for $5, I probably got it from Tuesday morning. Because like $5, that's such a great deal. You get these and then yeah. So Tuesday morning I got it. This. I want to try and do a blending technique and just um stamp this on top of the blend, or do a stamp this, then do a mask. But I feel like if I just stamp this on top of the blend, it would be good. Lavinia stamps. I think it's Lavinia stamps. That stamp company does a lot of silhouetted type of projects, and I've always wanted to try that. I have a few fairy stamps that I would like to try out, but I've always been semi nervous to do that because it looks weird to me. Now, I'm not sure if you all are seeing this backwards or forwards. Is this backwards to you, or can you read Crafter's Companion? Normal. Yeah, I really want to try it. And whenever I see your videos, I'm like, I just need to write her a message and be like, hey, let's hang out for a few years so you can teach me the blending techniques. Oh, you can read it regular. Okay, because it looks backwards to me. I had to mess with my camera when I did that skull and candle thing for the 13th. So now I want to tell y'all something. Full disclosure, I have so seriously contemplated getting uh getting the what is it called? A wreath die. I've had a few in the past, but I don't want to because I don't want to make sure that everything is proper. Okay, this was not a good idea, but we're gonna do it anyway because I may end up fussy cutting this out. But we're gonna put this little. Did I want to wreath build it? I don't know because I don't know, right? I have a die that is a layering piece, and sometimes I get so frustrated with those that I'm like, I'm gonna throw this out the window. So I don't know. Does that make sense? Okay. So again, you see how it's sticking. This is why I don't like photopolymer. This thing is photopolymer and it's sticking to the paper. So we'll probably end up fussy cutting this anyway. I do have some VersaFine ink over here. I think it is VersaFine. It's Versa somebody. VersaFine clear, and it's gray. So what I have been told is if you use this first, then stamp it with your regular ink, it would work. We'll see. I do not like I don't like fighting with my stamps because stamping is my thing, right? Kinda. So I don't enjoy that part at all. And so what I've been told from all the people that love photopolymer is to stamp it and ink it. Don't worry about the other part. It should be fine, is what they tell me. I don't know. Because some type of this stamped out really great. Some type of chemical in this thing allows for it not to um it allows for it not to overshadow or whatever. So, but this I got, I don't know where from. A D stash maybe. The thing is when you say you're going on a no spin, D stashes count. They should count in a no spin. I remember, I'm not sure if Barry Craft is still here, but this one lady was like, I'm going on a no spin. And Hobby Lobby came out with their clearance stuff, and it was like, after this. And I'm like, you'll never be able to, what is going on over here? You'll never be able to fully say no spin. Okay. The first one looked better. And this is morning mist, so it's super dark now, which is okay, no big deal. You remember that, Barry Crafty? And we were like cracking up. We was like, what they say? The paper also moved a little bit, so it's off, but that's okay. We're gonna fussy cut this anyway, I see now. And from my understanding, hopefully it won't run. So we're gonna go ahead and just whip this out. So it shouldn't be such an issue because I guess we're gonna do four. And I might try to do a slimline card. I really would like to find, I have a red truck die that I made on the scan and cut. So we might work on that next time. So last week, we had that video on the 13th. So that's why I didn't show up. If you're wondering, if I ever have a video released the same day I go live, I'm going to do the video first because, I hate to talk about it, but I need views, and a lot of people don't, myself included. On some live streams, I won't go back and watch because if you're doing an instructional or tutorial video on a live stream, I just feel like you should also make a regular video. This side, come on. I did see recently, was it Simon Says Stamp? I think it was Simon Says Stamp, that they were re-releasing something again. I was like, oh, I don't really purchase things from Simon Says Stamp that often. But I do want to talk about this kit, y'all. This my subscription to Reno and Company. I am thinking that we are about to break up. I have not been happy with the kits so far. And in the video, I discuss what really made me not happy. Yeah. So I try to put my lives in a live stream playlist, and I try to put all the collaborations in the collaboration playlist. And I have been failing. I have told myself over and over again, you got to get it together. Because at first I was like, who watches playlists? And then I went and made 3 or 4 for my little guy, and I was like, oh, everybody watches playlists. So yeah. And this would be a great candidate for your scan and cut if you have one. So if you have your scan and cut, go ahead and get it. And I know a lot of people say, oh, I couldn't afford a scan and cut, but hear me out. Hear me out. If you start in January, you can afford one, saving money. So say if you drink Starbucks coffee or Dunkin', or you go to Chick-fil-A like I used to do, or McDonald's, because McDonald's for myself and the little guy is a $20 date. It's not an expensive date, but it's not cheap for McDonald's. Because when I worked at Blockbuster umpteen thousand years ago, after work I used to get the number one, and back in the day the number one was the Big Mac, fries, and a drink, and it was $3.25, right? $3.25. I don't know how much it is now since I don't eat beef or pork or whatever that meat combination is that they use at McDonald's. We don't have to talk about it either, but I don't eat it. So that's $20, and if you think about it, $20 every week, it's $80, and then 80 times 12 months, you can get you a nice scan and cut, and they usually run good Black Friday deals. If you're into getting a scan and cut. I'm not saying you got to get one, because people love a fussy cut. They say it's therapeutic, and I'm like, only if you want to get some therapy is it therapeutic. It is not very therapeutic in my opinion, but I mean, I don't like fussy cutting, so I'm biased, super duper biased. I'm gonna try that color on this right here. We may not even make all those cards, but I thought we would try. I want to give you some of my love and affection today, because we haven't seen each other in 2 weeks, and you know how relationships are. You got to give to get, and yeah. Not that I'm asking you to give me anything besides your time. We're gonna make this tree blue. of course, right? No, let's not do blue. Let's do green. I mean, we're all doing a green tree. Anyone have some colors that we want to put on here? We have all these to pick from. What you trying to say, Liz? Hmm. What you trying to say, Bear Crafty? I don't appreciate the imposed implied thought that I am nefarious in my ways. You know what I'm saying? So what is you really saying? I'm just joking. I mean, I think I know that you're trying to say that I'm such a kind and wonderful and amazing and sweet, kind-hearted person. Really, Heather? Is that is that is that the side that you're choosing? Has the line been drawn in the sand? Is that what we're saying? Because I'm here for it. You know, I roll up on people, so I can do a one hit round trip, two in Florida, and then I don't know about Alaska. It's cold. But I would come. No, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Not to go crazy. But hang out, yes. My friend, my very good, he was my work husband when I lived in Mississippi. Him and his family have moved to Alaska, and this man keeps showing 75 rain. Oh no. He keeps showing pictures of his kills, and I'm like, is that what we're doing now, sir? We're killing animals, huh? Okay. So we're gonna use some Crafter's Companion markers because why not? And we're using forest green, and it looks like this, which is a darker color than is showing up. And I do not have a swatch, Heather. That's not gonna work. The tree eye picture is much more vivid. I'm gonna have to talk to you on the side, Berry Craft. I feel attacked. Oh, sometimes you gotta follow your first mind. I would love. I don't want to say this out loud, but I would love rain for it to rain a little bit more frequently than it does here. It doesn't, in my opinion, we don't get enough rain. Ooh, that's dark. That's too dark. That's too dark. Look, speak of the devil. Bear Crafty was talking about you, Samara. I'm just saying. Oh, good morning, Samara. Hopefully you had a great weekend and then you show up to these nonsense shenanigans. So Bear Crafty was talking about you. She was trying to talk about me, right? She was saying that well, I'm not going to even share anymore. I'm just going to color this image and leave it alone. You see how you spoke her? It was not true. True, really? I I'm not sure how I feel about that. Anybody been to Hobby Lobby this week? I want to go look at the dyes, the new dyes that they have, and be like, okay, when they put it on clearance, this is what I want. Anybody else shop like that with Hobby Lobby? Now, I will tell you, what was it? Earlier last year, they had some really cute layering stamps. I didn't get them yet. Well, go ahead and you write what I said because I forgot, and I'll repeat it in a way that doesn't make me look like the bad person. Oh, you need to go to Hobby Lobby and get a shirt, a regular shirt. You making a shirt, Debbie? I feel like Debbie is like the lace queen, like the shabby chic, elegant lace queen. Cause I always see these projects. Yeah, you did like a mason jar thing. Just so y'all know, Debbie is doing a giveaway. So hop over to her channel, and I'm not sure if she has any requirements. I haven't seen it yet, but go and show her some support if you can. We all need it. We all need it. I want to go to Hobby Lobby. I'm going. No, I'm going to Hobby Lobby. They opened 33 minutes ago. We have about an hour or a little bit under hour to hang out, and we are gonna go to Hobby Lobby. And by we, I mean I by myself. I'm sure I'll be harassing somebody via text message. I do want to say that I have my phone on silent, but um, oh no, 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 no. Give me 1 second, please. Um, your family know when you go live because you tell them you try to share all your ups and downs and all of that stuff or whatever, and they still decide to call. So just give me 1 second. So just so you know, I had to take my son to the doctor yesterday, the emergency room, and so she said that she hates fussy cutting, which is why she has a scanning cut. I said I wish Tamara was here to debunk that. Oh, they have shirts in the craft section I like. I don't alter them. I just like oh yeah, because they have talking to Debbie. They have the shirts are really nice material too, and they are good quality. I have purchased a few and I've put some designs on it with the scan and cut that they're trying to say I like fussy cutting and not scanning and cutting, but it is what it is. I don't mind fussy cutting. I just it's not even though I do it a lot, it's not a favorite pastime of mine at all. So yesterday I went to get my little guy and one of the teachers. So my son is in college in first grade, y'all. He has about 10 teachers, and I'm like, I can't keep up. I guess that's a new thing that the schools are doing. The school that he goes to is a charter public school, and I guess charter schools do things a little bit different than regular schools. Because when I went to school, we had one teacher the whole day, except for computer class, which was in a different area. But computers weren't even a big deal back in the day because sometimes you have to share them. Now they give them computers to come home to. So anyway, I went to pick him up, and the lady tells me that he was complaining that his heart hurt. Now, mind you, my son, for all intents and purposes, is quote unquote normal. Um, and take normal with a grain of salt because he is sick. So, I get him in the car and I'm asking him questions. And maybe the way I ask him questions just kind of scares him because I'm like, "Are you hurting? What's wrong? Tell me." Because at a certain point, I think you don't want to freak out, but you don't want them to. This tree is hideous. It looks like Charlie Brown. You don't want them to start feeling like this person is losing their mind or anything like that. So anyway, he was like, "Yeah, just a little." I was like, "Are you sure it hurts? Because I don't want to go to the emergency room and stay there all night." Every time I say I don't want to do something, y'all, lately I've been doing the complete and total opposite of that. I've been staying and doing it. So oh my goodness, excuse me. Um I'm back. So I said, okay, well, we're gonna go, right? So I text his dad and tell his dad to call me when he can. I try not to be like over dramatic either when I'm saying, we're gonna go to the emergency room or whatever. I didn't tell him that. I just said to text me when you can. And so he called me. No, I said call me when you can, not text. Call me when you can. And so we go to the emergency room, and it is a full house. When I tell you it's a full house, it's a full house. Now I've taken him to the emergency room a few times, and it hasn't been that bad. So I'm already in a bad mood because I'm like, your heart hurts. I used to have a medical job for a long time, for 20 years. I was in the medical profession. And some of the stuff that you learn, it just does not go away. But I'm not a cardiologist. I don't know. And I'm thinking this boy's been coughing a lot. We're going to go ahead and mess up these edges some because we need this green to look better. And it doesn't yet. Um, and if something's wrong with him, I don't want him to fall out because I don't believe that he's quote unquote heart hurts. Um, but he's been coughing a lot over the weekend. Somebody has cooties at school and they won't treat their kid. So I'm like, okay, he's probably been coughing a lot, and that is what is causing him to have pain, chest pain, quote unquote, heart chest pain. And so we go, we get our vital signs taken. Thankfully, he does not have a fever, which is what I was most concerned about because, fevers, this is so heavy. Fevers are a good indication that something is going wrong. And let's see if this will work. Yeah, I think we can save it. Let's see. Sometimes you just got to move on, right? We'll see what we can do with that later, another day. So anyway, color pencils probably would have worked better, but I didn't want to use them. We go and he's bouncing off the walls, right? I'm sitting down, and they still at the hospital they still make you wear a mask because it's a hospital, right? At the hospital that we go to, they still make you wear a mask. They still tell you to keep your distance at 6 feet so the chairs are not together. And mind you, I am no germaphobe, but I used to work in the medical profession. So when I say this, I say it with all, as I know everything, kids are dirty, right? They stick their fingers in their nose, and then from their nose, it goes into their mouth, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So anyway, it was this lady with a little girl on like a little couch. You know how they had those little love seat sofas in the waiting area? And the little girl was sick, and her mom did not have a mask on her or anything like that, and she was coughing everywhere, and mouth, hand, touch and stuff. And I refused to sit there, so I let him sit in the chair that I was sitting on. And then he got bored of sitting there. We took a book. He read the book. I was like, "Well, read it again." He read it again. He read it again. And then so by this time, he's like, "I'm ready to go." I asked the lady how long has she been there. I got there like roughly 4:18 or before 4:30, right? And she said 1:30. 1:30. She got there at 1:30, and she was still in the waiting room. So that's when I say it's a full house, right? Full house. This one man fell off the roof he was on a ladder, slipped over, and he had a gash on his right leg, and the bandage was on there, and it was still bleeding, and he was walking on it. I'm like, dude, this is not conducive for recovery. But needless to say, I don't do that job anymore. So I'm just sitting there as a patient listening. This one lady came in with some eye issues, and her husband left her at the emergency room with the eye issues. I'm like, what? So when the nurse came up and asked her, "Are you the lady that can't see?" He was trying to be very lighthearted and funny, and she wasn't getting it. I was like, "Yeah, she's the one." And he looked at me like, "How you know?" Because I'm sitting here, I can hear the whole conversation. So much for patient privacy and HIPAA, right? So anyway, we go back. And mind you, his little aide was so nice. He was such a sweet person, very kind, but he could tell that my son was goofy, right? So my son, they and when you go in the emergency room, back in the day, you used to have a whole desk, gloves that people could steal and take home, stethoscope, all that crap they used to have. Not this round. This round, it was a chair and a bed and an ophthalmoscope on the wall. That was it. And a pain chart. And my son's like, "What is that?" I was like, "I don't know. I don't work here." Because by then I'm hungry, frustrated, angry, upset because I feel like we had wasted our time, right? So we go and we're waiting, waiting, waiting. She comes in around 6:30 something and sees us. So we got there at 4 something, 6:30 something, she sees us, right? And I tell her what I think's going on. She listens to his heart and lungs. Now, mind you, last year around the same time, August sometime, was it August? I don't remember, but he had got sick. And I was like, this is school cooties. Because last year was the first time he went to school. So yeah, last year was the first time he actually went in school. And this still looks like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. I'm just saying. He got sick and he was out of school for like the second week of school. This year his other friends got sick, but I was like, okay, let's do this Flonase that they gave him for his neck from last year. And I had talked to the doctor and she said, yeah, that's probably what it is, allergies. I'm like, what? He don't have no allergies. Denial. Oh, it's not the only thing that lies in Egypt, right? So anyway, let's color that a little bit more. I don't want to color all of them the same shade because the tree needs to have a little bit of different variation. So he, she said, yeah, his heart was fine, blood pressure, no temperature, again, pulse rate, all those things that would indicate that he was actually having like some type of true chest cardiac issue were normal, fine, no problem. And she's like, he does have some wheezing. And I'm like, wheezing? Now, mind you, I was upset from the very beginning that we were there, but I was like, what does that mean? And she was like, yeah. And then she's speaking so fast with mask on really does not help language barriers, right? Meaning me not understanding because she spoke perfectly good English because she didn't have accent or anything. I just couldn't understand what the heck she was saying. Because at first she said he had a pneumonia. I was like, what? Pneumonia? She's like, does not have pneumonia. I'm like, oh, okay, because that's not what I heard. And mind you, he had got up early yesterday. What's today? Tuesday. So he got up early Sunday morning, Monday morning. It was just the last couple of days have been rough rest days for us. And so she gives him a steroid, which I think is what they're doing now for people that have like bad coughs. Because remember, I told y'all at the beginning of the year that's what I got, steroids. And my cough went away like a week later, a couple of days after the regimen of medication was over. So anyway, we got the medicine and she was like, do you want to wait for a treatment? I was like, no. Yeah, Dr. Seuss, definitely. It looks more like Dr. Seuss. You're right, Debbie. Than anything. Let's see. Is this gonna be gold enough? I think that'll be gold enough for this star. Yeah. We gotta have this thing sparkle. What do y'all put as your tree type if you celebrate the commercialization of Christmas? We have a bow. We have a bow. Currently. Through my lifetime, we've had angels, Santa Claus, all kinds of crap at the top of the tree. Um, but currently we have a bow. So anyway, we get the medication and then we go to the pharmacy and wait on the rest of the medicine that he's supposed to have. And that's dark. Ooh, some dark colors. That'll work. And he's still bouncing off the walls and being his normal, I'm not sick self, but coughing up a storm. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I don't understand a bow. You have a bow? Oh, that's cool. An angel that was made. Oh, that's so sweet. I don't know what we're going to do this year. I want to change the theme and make it a little bit more kitty, whimsical. Um, but we'll see. So we're gonna go red and gold, an angel is cool, a bow and a star. Yeah, we have a bow, and we have like a little cheap Walmart. So mind you all, I used to be single, footloose and fancy free. And right when my mom passed away is when I moved into this house. And so the first year here, I think I still have the tree that we had together when we lived together because she used to live with me in Connecticut. And I don't know if I'm holding on to for sentimental value or not, but I have the tree. And so my favorite colors are blue and green and silver. So, of course, that's what the tree has to be, blue, green, and silver. Green for tree, blue and silver. So that's what I used to have. But as my son has come around, we have all kinds of random junk on there. And my friend, she's a really good artist. She made some Dr. Seuss, the Grinch, Dr. Seuss, but Grinch um, ornaments. And she made, I like snowmen. I'm partial to snowmen, right? So she made a snowman little wood thing and she gave it to me. All right, here we go. Samara and crew with this fussy cutting crap. Yeah. So anyway, he's good. He's fine or whatever. But everyone's texting me, and now one of the parents that I chit chat with on a regular basis is writing me about school. And I had told her every day when everybody knows the time that I go live or my intentions on going live because life happens sometimes. Uh, Everybody will text and call me, so I didn't want to leave my phone on ring, but I still want to be able to hear just in case they said, "Hey, you need to come get your kiddo." He said he's not feeling well, blah 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 blah. The school isn't texting me. It's everybody else that knows that, you know, I don't want to be disturbed right now. Samara, listen, my friend, you know, I don't like fussy cutting. I just do it because it's needed. It's a needed thing. We don't have to fight this fussy cutting thing because I have no fight in me right now. But dang it, next Tuesday, I'm gonna fight you for this fussy cutting thing. And plus, what what we're doing now is like hanging out. But what I should have done is stamp these. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I want to make some rosettes. That's all I do know. Um, I should have stamped these out and just fussy cut. I mean, cut them out on a scan and cut. But I also feel like since we're just hanging out and it's not like a for real like, hey, we're gonna do a book or a project and this is the stuff you need. It's not it's not serious enough to be like I'm wasting your time because we're chatting and I'm still, working. But let me tell y'all, I do want to show you those Valentine's the cards. I'm gonna make a video because sometimes the stuff we do or talk about in stream, people may not come back and watch. I need for you all to help me. I need for you all to point me to I think it was Jackie. I think she had did a haul video a while back, a long time ago, like 2016, 17, from either Barnes and Nobles, Books a Million, or Borders. So I don't even know if Borders still around then. But she had got a layout, a card. I think it was like a card layout thing. I need some help. When I show you these cards, you're gonna be like, "Wow! Hi, foster mom. How you doing today? Hopefully well, and you only have one earbud in, not two." I just felt like I want to crawl into a corner and cry how great these cards were. I was like, ooh, Brandy, you need to work on it. But I told the other lady, and she said, yeah, they always try to outdo each other. As long as you meet the requirements, you're good to go. I was like, yeah, no, I can't be the weak link. And that's how I feel in sometimes, when I'm doing certain things. I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. If I can't meet the challenge and up the ante, then I don't want to do it. Because I thought my cards were pretty decent. Let me tell you. Speaking of cards, I was going through and decluttering our bedroom, and the big roommate's dresser had some of the cards that I had given him for like Valentine's Day, like all the crap I gave him. He has randomly throughout the house. But his Valentine's Day card, oh my God, I did a good job. It's like a trifold. I was like, ooh, look at me. Go me. So sometimes, I go back and look at work, I'm like, trash. Other things, I'm like, you made this? Because when I saw it, I was like, did I really make this thing? And I was like, yeah, you really made that. I'm talking to myself about it. But I was like, ooh, that's fun. So who is doing World Scrapbook Day on October 1st? Or card making day, International Card Making Day, I think it is on October 1st. I was thinking we could hang out. I don't know what day of the week that is, but we could all hang out and just kind of craft, come and go as you please and craft. Like if it's during a week, that'd be better, but it's probably gonna be on the weekend. Last year, I think it was on a Saturday, so maybe it's a Sunday this year. I can't remember. I'll check. You're never late. Never late. Showing up is always on time. I'm just doing some cutting, some dreaded detail cutting, and I would pick a tree that has a lot of little points on it, right? I don't know what the heck is going on. Samara thinks I love it, and so does Bear Crafty, and Heather's like I'm staying out of it. But I feel like she thinks I love it too. Oh, it's the first. It's first a Saturday. Oh, so are y'all doing it? Are y'all making cards? So I want to revisit something, right? It's about cards. I remember I tell this story a lot. I had asked someone if they wanted to do a swap with me before. This is when I was all into swapping and going out and wasting a lot of money on swap projects, right? Now I'm like, if we can't go into our stash and create from it, we probably shouldn't be doing a card swap or any type of swap, unless it's a unique person, a unique individual that you want to do something for. That's different. But like a random Jane Doe off the street, no. Um, I had asked a person, I said, hey, would you like to do a swap with me? And they were like, well, what kind of swap you want to do? I was like, oh, nothing, nothing too risque. Just some cards. And they were like, no, thank you. I've seen your work. And at first I had told Barry Crafted this. And they was like, well, maybe they saw your work and they thought it was really good. But I am sitting here thinking, did they think I made crap cards back in the day? I mean, it's fine if they did, but dang. Am I in my head right now? Maybe. Am I bothered by it? No. Concerned? Yes. Because I feel like sometimes as an adult, we should be able to say, hey, I think your work is cool or amazing or whatever, but I don't want to swap with you. Or I don't want to do this because I don't feel like I can reach the expectations that you may have. And that would be a different thing. But she straight up was like, I seen your work. All right, so we got this. And we got this deer. I am thinking this deer is no longer gonna be in the fold. But you know what? I'm gonna give y'all a sneak peek. I had did these already. because sometimes you gotta prepare for things. And I was gonna put this deer on here. I have a different deer that I had, and I tried to color his nose red for Rudolph. It didn't work at all. Excuse me one second. Got a case of the coughs. Um, words. So we got this right here. We won't be using this one. We got this guy. I need another sheet of white paper because we're gonna make a scene real quick, and not the kind of scene that's gonna get anybody embarrassed. It's gonna be the scene that you're like, oh, I love it. It's great. It's amazing. It's awesome. Just need some plain paper, printed paper. Today my printer was like, no, I don't want to work. I was like, listen, printer, you're gonna work. I need you to work. I need you to work. So we're gonna just go ahead and fold this over. Samara, I was offended. Like, honestly, I was like, do they think that I can't make a card? And back in the day, I had a different set of people that I hung out with, and so they were like, no, you do good stuff, blah 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 blah. And I think they just they're intimidated by what you do. And I was like, no, I don't think that's the thing. I think they think that my work sucked. But I asked a few people that I know, because you always go and try to get an honest opinion from unbiased people to tell you what. Oh, 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 that didn't work out for me. Is Yeah, my feelings were so hurt. I was sad, like no lie, sad when that happened. But I got over it, but I was still like, they think my work sucks. I was sad. Don't get me wrong. I am very sensitive about doing any type of swaps and things like that. That's why I don't do swaps. And the people that I do swaps with trust me enough to know that I'm not a flake, even though it takes me forever to do stuff. I've only swapped I only swap with a few people now, and two of them are in chat right now. So we're going to use this card base as our card base. It is a Hobby Lobby card. I do think I got it off on clearance. And so we're going to do this one just like that. And now what we're going to do is take our white paper and we're going to make a scene. And how we're going to make a scene? Going to take this and we're just going to freestyle some heels, bumps and lumps along the snowy patch. Gonna cut this in the middle, and we have one layer right here. We're gonna put something in the background. Don't feel Yeah, so Debbie, that's the approach that my friends took. They was like, well, maybe they just don't think they can do a good enough job. And when I tell you that I just want to swap cards with you, I don't care that you think that your cards look like they can't match mine. I just want to do swap. I don't want I wasn't doing a swap to beat on my chest and be like, oh, mine is better than yours or anything like that. I wanted to do a swap so I can learn how to be better at the craft, right? All right, so we got this one. Now, if you have a fancy dye, use your fancy dye, right? But we have snow. We have snow, okay? And now we're going to put our deer behind here. Yeah, yeah. Let's make our stag stand out in the crowd. And I think, did I cut these other deer out already? Let's see. I did. I cut these deer out, these little baby deer. What I do with them is the question. Let me see. I don't know. I don't know. I so like I'll use Samara as an example. She always says that her work, she don't like her work, but I think that her work is remarkable and amazing. So I can understand always trying to encourage people to want to encourage them to do things and be a part of stuff, but if you don't feel comfortable, it's not gonna happen, right? I can't put this guy on here twice because you normally, I don't know. We could put his rear end here, right? Like right here behind this. Let's move this out the way. So we could put him and cut his back off, right? Because I'm into cutting stuff. Yeah, Heather, listen, I would be intimidated to say let's make a card with Heather because shoot. Um, let's put his butt here. She makes amazing cards. See, I think this would be a waste of a die cut because look at it. You won't be able to see him that much, right? You can see this situation. Maybe we can just do this and then we'll just put a little sentiment on. And we're going to find a simple sentiment to go on here. Yeah, um I don't do swaps in the community anymore because a few questionable things have happened and you're like, "What? Is that really going on in the community?" So now I think we're gonna find two sheets of paper. We're gonna get fancy. We're gonna use a die cut, maybe. No. Yes? No. Who wants to die cut more stuff out? I don't. Let's not use a die cut. We're just gonna use a plain old paper and cut it out. I don't know. Yeah. I found it very hurtful that they said it. Even though my friends tried to make me feel better versus worse than how I felt. I just still you see it's happened 5 years ago or so. Uh-oh. That's not good. That is not good, foster mom. I am sorry to hear that. Um yeah, I don't know. I just felt hurt. My friends tried to make it better for me and they tried to give me all the things that your friends would normally say and do to you and I was like, "Okay, yeah, I hear that, but I still you know All right, so this is the die set that I did the review on the other day, and I'm thinking yesterday. I did the review on it yesterday, and I'm thinking that we could use this little scrunched up piece. I still need to get if y'all have a color that you want to see on the background, let me know. So we got one deer. We got our tree. We may have to put a higher hill, a higher bank of snow, because we could put this snow, right? We have to fix these because these look like teeth now. But if we had this snow, and then I'll probably ink up the edges a little bit with I think I have a gray color. Who do you need to cut? Oh, it's a long no one. But I was just saying how, I experienced it happen in the community, kind of left a sad taste in my mouth. Not a bad taste, but a sad taste. And maybe we can just do this thing right here like this. I don't know. We'll see. I'm always at loss for words for sentiments because I don't know. But anyone have a color they would like to see that I can find easily? Because I'm thinking, do y'all think brown would work? Let's see. I don't know about brown because we have this. Maybe cream. Cream would work, right? Let's see. I have cream right here. The reason why I've been using cream and the browns is because I pull those out and I try to just use them up as best as possible. That ain't gonna look right. Let's see. So we have this color. I want to kind of layer it, but let's see. Yeah, that looks weird. We may actually have to use a white background and then just ink up the edges. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'll wait if y'all have um a, a color comment that you want to add. Let me know. So what is this one? This is weathered wood. I think this weathered wood could be a good snow color. Let's see. All right. Maybe we won't be using weathered wood. Excuse me one second, please. Okay, I'm back. I am having a coughing fit. I'm trying to think. Did I hydrate this morning? No. Hmm. The answer is no. I don't know where my stuff is. My desk is a mess. My desk represents my thoughts right now. I'm not sure if you all play The Sims 4, but I do. Um, and they have a free kit. So if you do play The Sims 4, you can go get that kit for free. I know this is not a gaming channel, but in case you weren't aware of it, they have a kit that's free. It normally costs $5, so you can save yourself $5 and you get that coffee from Starbucks that I was talking about earlier instead of getting your scanning cut this month, right? Um, but yeah, I think we may do a bow, maybe a bow. But first, let's go ahead and do this. Let's see. Okay. So Heather, I need you to turn your head and count to 25. Uh, I know you don't have a suggestion, Samara. I am sick, Heather. I, like I said, I try not to bring my, my issues or whatever, because I want to have a good time with y'all. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, this bad stuff is happening to me. Feel sorry for me or whatever. Oh, that's not gonna work. So I don't know where my brush is at. I did not drop it. My son did threaten to come over here this morning, but he wouldn't have got over here and messed with that quick. I mean, they do work fast, but not that dang fast. I'm sure it's just in the way, and I can't see it. No, no. Oh well, we're gonna have to take it back real old school. Um, the reason why I don't do that, excuse me. I don't know. Is that bad? I don't like to. I'm just patting this because I mean that's what we got right now. I don't like to. It's not working. I don't like to bring down what should be a happy occasion, in my opinion. It's happy, we're having a good time, and then I don't want to hit you with like, well, I have been sick, and I don't know. It's just not in my nature to want to bring sadness. Um, excuse me, to the community. I always try my best to give you a positive location to hang out with for a few hours and not have a bunch of the nonsense that other people may present to you. I don't like that. This looks dirty now, don't it? Yeah, this is not working. Let's see. That looks real dirty. But you know what? You got a front and you got a back. Yes. All right. So no one had any suggestions. So hopefully that makes sense, Heather. I just would prefer if I could bring a positive outlook and happiness. I want you to laugh. I don't want you to be like, oh, I don't want you to worry about me so much because you have your own life. People have their own lives and things like that. Even though it happens, I know, I know. I just don't want it to be like, oh, I hope she's okay, blah blah blah. All that stuff. I just want it to be, hey guys, let's talk about shopping. Or something like that. We're gonna go with some snowflakes. We're gonna try to pull this one out. I think I still have one left. I don't want to do a super shiny snowflake. Yeah, that's all we got is super shiny snowflakes. Great. Hopefully that makes sense. And if it does, it's not too offensive with that statement. Because I appreciate the kindness that you all give to me. I just want it to always be, happy go lucky, um, as best as possible. wonder if this super shiny color. No, that's too big. That's too much. That's too big. I didn't have my little cream crafty pack. Oh, I think this. No, that's not gonna work either. We need something that's subtle, subtle. Here we go. I found it. Yeah, but I haven't been having headache for a while. Um, I'm assuming it's quote unquote allergies. No, I think I just I got zapped with some rain the last time it rained. Not heavy enough to be like, oh my goodness, but I did get hit with rain, and I have my body tends to react poorly to rain. Like if it rains, it's a wrap for me. I get sick. So I'm assuming that is what is going on right now. So we're gonna make this 5.5. No, 4.25. I bet y'all didn't think I had this anymore, huh, Samara? Because I always talk about the guillotine. What in the world is going on? Strange random beeps are going on in the house. And then we go to just 5.5. All right. So now this kind of looks like snow, right? A little bit, hopefully. Yeah. Okay. Um Now, if I was Heather, which I'm not, but if I were her, I could have just whipped out my what do you use? Oxides? My oxides and worked my blending magic and created the scene that I really had in my head, which would have been like blue starlights and all that jazz. But I'm not that good yet. She's gonna be my new boo, my new craft boo, as my husband calls it. Don't get them craft boos messed up. Not that I'm trying to get you messed up, Heather. Men just talk a lot of trash for no reason. I'm still thinking about your project. Was it last month? The Nightmare Before Christmas was this month. I like the Nightmare Before Christmas, and I even saw some socks at uh, Ross. And I asked my friend, her birthday's coming up this month. I was like, she's local. I was like, do you like Nightmare Before Christmas? And of course, she gave me a snotty answer, so they stayed on the show. She was like, no, don't get me anything. She sound like Samara. Oh my goodness. It's this thing, if you are religious or you believe in God or higher power, that says you block other people's blessings because you won't let them bless you, but you like to bless them. I don't get it. I said it, Samara. I said it. Now what? Very crafty. I said it. Yeah. I don't know who else caught on to it, but I was like, that is the Nightmare Before Christmas picture. Whatever, ma'am. Don't do me in these craft streets today. Cause I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Y'all call me out about the fussy cutting. I'm calling y'all all about the blessings and the kindness that you bestow upon people. But you don't want it bestowed upon you. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying nothing else. So we are gonna use some wet glue because it could give some little effects to the rippling. Now, if I was prepared, mentally, emotionally prepared, I will get my glitter. It's not happening, and we could dip these in. I do recommend, even though I haven't did it but once, is that puffy paint, like fabric puffy paint. You can dab that and you can hit some little bubbles. I also saw, was it you, Heather? Was it Wandering Dreamer? Y'all had that paint that foamed up. Maybe it was y'all, one of y'all, or maybe someone else. I don't remember. But anyway, we're gonna use this white. We're gonna use water-based glue to do our back. And I like to just put it on the first bottom, and we're gonna do this corner real quick. and then smooth it down. And if it ripples some, it ripples some. I don't really I'm not gonna back down from that, Samara, just so you know. Not backing down. Not backing down. That's all I'm saying. I was gonna do a book. I was like, no, let's not do books today because I didn't feel like counting. I did not feel like counting. This was not the plan. It's okay. Oh, yellow now. Ooh. Like yellow snow or yellow or regular yellow. Gonna do another thin, thin, thin because this uh oh, don't eat yellow snow. It's the tip of the day. Now you should really put this scene first. Oh wow. I'm not eating that snow. You really should have put I should have put this piece down first, but I like to walk on the wild side a lot when I make cards, it seems. So yeah. Nothing wrong with walking on the wild side. And if you want to add like another embankment of snow, you definitely could. We are not, I think I may have some little random stamps, snow-based stamps that we could try. And we're going to move our tree to this side over here. Like that. And our deer, yeah, well, heck. I'm going to make it just how we designed it. There we go. I like it. What do y'all think? Don't eat yellow snow. You really shouldn't eat any snow with the current climate situation. But if you decide to eat snow, definitely not yellow. I remember when I lived in Connecticut, my mom, I found after she had passed, I found her like a little journal and she was talking about the snow. I was like, oh, she had, sometimes when you read someone's journal or a note, you're like, I wish I had known. Because even as an adult, even as a grown man or woman, you still need love. You still need someone to hug you and tell you it's going to be okay. Right? I do at least. I know I do. So, okay. Listen, dear. The deer's like, you did not put any glue on me, ma'am. You listen. All right. So now what we're going to do is take a for real walk on the wild side. I have this. I can't believe I knocked those beads over. That was probably not a very mindful thing to do. Thank you so much, Samara. I appreciate it. We're gonna take, I think it's this color, list blender. I think I can. Ooh, yeah. Just gonna trace it out. If you're asking why is she tracing out, because I want the snow to be visible, considering. And in the past, I've been able to doctor up a project with the marker, this marker in particular. But it's colors. Sorry about the scraping, Samara. Um, it didn't work out as great as we thought, as great as I thought it was. But that's okay because you know when we got a gel pen, a clear gel pen over here. Can y'all believe we spent 2 hours doing this card? 2 hours. I blame Heather. Yeah, because I want it to be seen. So this is when if you had one of those little gel, a real gel pen, or even a what are those pens, Stibolos, pencils? I'm not sure if they have a fancy colored Stibolo, but that would be cool to use. Just kind of holding my breath. You know, I don't want to mess it up. And I was thinking we could stamp a sentiment right here. So you can't see, yes, Heather's turn. Heather, you sided with Barry Crafty before. No, you said you was staying out of it, right? You said you was staying out of it, or you said you was staying out of Hobby Lobby. Which one? I don't remember. So yeah, y'all, we did good. I think. I think. I like it. Listen, though, this may be my three on the third. I'll just do one. No, I can't. I have another idea for three on the third. It's almost over too. Can y'all believe that? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and stamp a sentiment. Let's find an easy sentiment to stamp. First is a troublesome sentiment. And I was thinking that we could have put this right here, but now I don't know. What do y'all think? Because whatever sentiment goes here, I'm gonna have to. Let's see. It's gonna have to be a small one. Um, with this little circle punch. So we're just gonna. This is not the final product. This is just a. Let's see how it's gonna look situation. So I don't know. We may have to find something else to. So you go right here, and then this thing right here that looks weird. What do y'all think? I don't know about that because I was thinking that if this didn't work out, I could do a bow on a corner. That'd be a tiny bow. So what do y'all think? Y'all think this thing like this with this thing and a bow? But I will die cut this piece out in this paper. So it'd be like this strip will be crunched up right here with maybe a white sentiment. I think I have one that just says like Merry Christmas. Something like, oh dear. No, I'm joking. But I do have something that says like Merry Christmas or something like that. A small little sentiment. And I did use that before. This sentiment. I love this little stamp set. It would be let's see. We could do we could do season's greetings right here in the center. Oh dear. Yeah, we could do season's greetings. So what do y'all think? Y'all think green or what? Or no, no? Let me know. Go ahead and ink this baby up. We need a white sheet of paper, a real piece of paper that can suck this ink down pretty decently. So this with the green or no, and just this like that with a sentiment stamped on it. She said I got lost. Cause you over there cracking up at that deer pun, huh? I don't know why I thought this said sausage for some reason. It says seasons, but maybe I'm hungry. I don't know. When you start seeing food instead of what you're looking for. We're gonna try this diversifying ink again because I like the depth of the misty morning mist. I was gonna call it misty moonlight. That is not the name of it. All righty. And we're gonna stamp this right here. Yeah, no, we're gonna try that again. There we go. And we're gonna chop this off. I really got to get over my fear of embossing because this would look really cute embossed in like a gray color. So I'll try that now. Okay, so what we'll do, we will, you like that? Okay, so let's see. I just need to check my phone real quick because the landline was ringing and then I got a text message. Like, what is going on, people? Okay. Okay, so no, nothing. All right, so we got this green going on. And maybe I could use the blue, but you know. And the reason why I put the green because it's the green background right here. But we could try that one other color. So we got this brown like that. I mean green like this. Or we could use brown. I think brown is more pronounced, so maybe that would work better. So let me know. Just say G for green or B for brown. And we'll move on. And of course, we got to give it some blingity bling 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 because why not? Darling. Brown. Okay. Okay. We got one vote for brown. We're going with it. Yes. I know Samara's not going to vote. So sometimes she does vote, but most of the time she's like, I'm good. All right. I'm just going to do this. Heather's like, I'm going to spell it out for you. B Brown. All right. This was so much fun. Thank y'all so very, very much for hanging out with me. I can't say I enjoyed the jokes today because they were on me. No, I had a great time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, cracking jokes with me and on me. I love it. I do not love fussy cutting. I just want to go on the record in case you were unsure of that statement. What is going on? My lighting is so wonky lately, and I don't know why. Um, I don't want it to be too bright because I don't want it to um, do a lot of bouncing back and forth, like all that reflective. Samara got jokes. So many jokes. All right, so yeah, I'm going to look for, I think, gold. Oh, goodness. I should have said a different color and then all the gold would have popped out, right? I know. I be trying so hard. I be like, "Ah, I don't like it." I really don't care for a fussy cutting. It pains me, but I tend to do it a lot, but I don't like it. I guess that's a better way of putting it, right? Like fussy cutting is what they say is a necessary evil. Can you believe September is over? Like I remember saying, "Wow, September sure got here quick." And now we're on October. I just want to go on a record as well. This is a legit record statement. Next month, I'm gonna need everybody to just be like, okay, it's okay. I have to, begin the end of September to October, I freak out because it's my son's birthday, and I always freak out when I'm trying to plan something because it's usually just me planning with no help, especially since my aunt is no longer here. So next month, if I just come up here and draw lines, bear with me. I shouldn't just draw lines. We may have to work on some party favors and stuff like that, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I'll try to make sure that it is engaging and not too frantic. Definitely not any Debbie Downer stuff. No pun intended, Debbie. Um, but it should be some fun stuff. All right, now is that this looks almost the same, right? So I need one more small piece because I want to put one little tiny one right here, and then we'll put these at the top. Yeah, it'll be really interesting to say the least, Heather. Um, because I went on Amazon to buy some things because I was like, I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money, right? But that was the wrong thing to say because apparently when I say I don't want to do something, I'm doing the opposite, like I said earlier. So we may just be putting party favors together. And I had read the reviews about it, and it was like, oh, this is so small, it doesn't come put together, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that is something that I am mindful of. And I gotta work when the little guys sleep or not here. And not here is always better than him. Mommy, what's that? Ooh, trains, can I see? What's that for my party? Child, go away. So I feel like this is like the last year that we can have like a kiddie train party versus a locomotive party. Um, like we could still do trains, but next year would probably be like if he said trains again, it would be more non-kiddie, if that makes any sense. So right now we're still like Thomas the train engine. I commissioned this lady for some pieces. And I want to do a few little random games at the party versus how it's set up. You just kind of go there and play. I want to do like you can win a prize type of thing. I don't know. But I want it to be not expensive. The prize has to be something viable, but not really expensive. And also I need to make sure that it won't be something that he'll cry if he doesn't get it. which he'll still cry, right? So whatever the prize is, it has to be a double thing, right? One for him since it's his birthday, and then one for the person that actually wins the thing. So we got 3 dots. We're gonna go ahead and put this big one right there. Do not ask me why I use the smallest dot, smallest glue dot for him. And then, oh, by the way, Heather, I went to look for the ruler online, that ruler. Nope, could not find it. You know what did show up though, which is odd? Um, the tearing ruler that a lot of people use for junk journals showed up. The card making ruler you use, We're Memory Keepers card making ruler. She like, what? I don't use no ruler. Ma'am, you do. All right, so this is our card. I wanted to make an easel card. We did not make an easel card. We made a scene card, a flat scene card, not on a big one. But I hope that you enjoyed this. I enjoyed you all. I had a great time. It was so much fun hanging out with you, cracking jokes, and just doing our normal thing that we do on Tuesday, vibing together and having a great time. I will see you next week unless something's going on like the last day of the month. Hopefully it's not. And if it is, then I'll see you the following week. So I want to say thank you for watching. Oh, don't forget to go check out Debbie Vignola's channel. She's doing a giveaway. I'm quite sure she will love the support. Until next time, happy crafting.